You're not going to prom. I said what I said.
I said what I said. I'm going to prom, and this house is boring as hell, so I can do what I want.
Okay, well, you're going to be outside living homeless. That's what you're going to be. That's what you're going to be doing. You kick it out the room.
You want to go to prom, you going to kick her
it's
out?
It's not her. Yes, I am. And I will kick you out, too.
You going to kick me out.
Okay, well, stay in the child's place. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Aaliyah. You can get off the phone and you can tell whoever you're talking to that you're not going to prom, because I'm not paying for nothing, because I already said you're not going.
Yes, you always spend some money.
Okay, what you gonna wear?
I'm gonna wear a dress and you gonna buy it.
I'm not buying nothing for you. I'm not buying no prom dress. I'm not getting your hair done. I'm not getting your makeup done. I'm not doing none of your prom here. You are not going to no damn prom.
Okay, so if I'm already paid, I'm not gonna waste all that money for nothing.
Okay, well, you better go tell the school that you want back a refund, because I already told you you're not going to prom.
Take refund.
Stay out of it. Are you going to her school?
Yes, I do. Well, no, I'm not.
Oh, exactly. So stay over there. Nobody's talking to you. You're not going to prom. I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Did you say what you said? All right. Because in my opinion, too much back and forth. Too much going on right now. All right. You're raising your voice when you don't need to. If you said what you said, then that's all that you need to say. All right. You got the little one chiming in. I don't know what's going on. All right. But that kid's not going to prom. You all right? And if you want them kids to take you seriously, you got to stop repeating yourself and show them the results of their actions. Meaning you say it once, you let them make the decision from that point. All right? I said you're not going to prom. Let them sneak out the house and go to prom. Then your reaction, now the ball's in your court. But you over here doing too much dribbling. All right? You doing too much crossover. All right? You over here, too much. Okay? And the comment section agrees. Okay? Who goes back and forth with a child? All right? And that's another thing too. Let me tell you something. If the child felt that comfortable talking to you like that, all right. Well, I said what I said. First of all, they learning it from you. All right. And they're learning it without any presentation, I should say. You know what I mean? Like, I know parents are going to get upset. You know what I mean? You're going to talk a certain way, but you got to always let it be known that, I'm an adult. I get to do this. I was told that as a kid all the time. Listen, I'm an adult. I get to curse. I get to do this. I get to do that. You can't do it. And that's all I needed. All right. And then if I did do it, then the consequences happen. You know what I mean? Right here, this person says, y'all kids be running y'all and it's pathetic. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I don't know. I bet they won't talk to their daddy like that, though. I bet you they won't talk to their daddy like that. There was a joke that used to go around back in the day. It'd be like, yo, one of the scariest things you could say to a kid is, I'ma call your daddy. You know what I mean? Because when the father's, but there's not all of them are like that. You know what I mean? Especially with the girls. You know what I mean? The father actually, I take it back. The father probably be the one to be like, nah, let him go to prom. You know what I mean? But actually, maybe not, because it's prom and you got to worry about the boys. All right? The boys still got cooties. Y'all got to let me know, man. I'm not explaining myself to a child. That's right. She doing too much talking. Would have laid them hands on him? Oh, man, come on now. Times are different, apparently, bruh. We can't do that, y'all. We can't do that. Why are we in this family drama? So listen, man, that's how I feel about it, man. She doing too much yip yapping for me. No is no, yes is yes, and if you think otherwise, then find out for yourself. All right, the F around and find out meter will be gauging what's going on. All right. So that was that first video. I'm so mad that the original first video didn't play. Hold on, let me see if there's anybody in the building, man. Big shout out. Listen, if you're watching this live, I appreciate your viewership. All right, I appreciate your viewership if you're watching this live, and if you're not watching this live, I still appreciate your viewership. Make sure you like the stream. I appreciate that as well. All right. So this is crazy.
So me and our daughter, our 5-year-old daughter, went and got tested today.
Okay.
And it said that I am...
Wait, why you take my baby to go get tested anyway? What do you mean? What kind of test, first of all? She should be taking...
I went and got a DNA discovery thing so you find out where you come from. And kind of find out the child doesn't come from me. Yeah. 5 years, I can't even go crazy right now because the kid's asleep. So I'm trying to stay calm.
You raised her for
We
5
have 3
years
children.
anyway.
them kids gonna have to wake up. we gonna wake the neighbors up. As a matter of fact, talking about you, I'd go crazy right now. Everybody in this household, in this town, is getting woken up. Hold on a second, man.
And the last one is not mine. How's this possible? Well, we know how it's possible, but guess what? Because the kids are asleep, I'm not gonna turn violent. I'm not gonna call you a bunch of names or cause a big scene. But you and that 5-year-old, who I do love, is gonna have to leave the place.
No, because I pay bills here too, and her brothers and sisters is here. You ain't never about to separate my kids.
You are on none of the bills with your name. Technically,
yeah, okay, whatever.
You don't have your ID that says you live here. 1, 2, you see what I says?
Why would you do this?
What you mean, why would I do that? Are you serious right now? Now I don't give a shit. What do you mean, why would I do that?
That's still your child.
No, that's your child.
You raised her for
No,
5 years.
that's
Why
your
would
child.
What?
And yes, I do love her. I'm not denying that.
I mean, you're not
But I
showing
can't
love.
continue to raise a child that's not mine. I'm not doing that. What kind of father would I be to my other 2 children to show them the kind of weak man raises a kid that's not his?
What kind of man raises a child for 5 years and then...
All right. Slow down. All right. You getting your emotions. You're upset right now. All right. But there's a lot of strong men. As a matter of fact, you know, and I know a lot of the fellas, y'all gonna get mad at me. You know what I mean? But to be honest with you, it almost takes. See this. I want to say. So what I want to say it almost takes a strong man to raise a kid of somebody else's kid. But I mean that in the sense of like, you got to swallow whatever pride you got. You know what I mean? And be like, yo, I know this ain't mine, but I'm going to do what it do because I see this kid needs somebody. And, you know, I'm going to do that. Now, listen, I know I'm not advocating y'all go out there and start being baby daddy, stepfathers or whatnot. But that definitely doesn't equate to you being a weak man. And there's been a narrative going around that's been saying that, you know, and I think that needs to change, you know. I think, you know what it is? Here's what it is. It's so easy to take advantage of somebody with a heart like that, to where a lot of the times what you do see is weakness because, you know, it's salacious. Like, oh, damn, bro, you taking care of her kids and she cheating on you. Da-da-da. But like, you know, like I'm sure there's probably a whole bunch of more stories where it's just like, oh, yeah, nah, I raised little man up since he was like 4. Now he's going to college and, you know, he calls me dad. You know what I mean? Like, but those just aren't salacious enough. Those aren't what the people see or whatnot. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't call that man a weak man. Now, if you raising her kids, she out here cheating on you, them kids out here disrespecting you, you know what I mean? You going through a little bit too much. They're not appreciating your gratitude. Yeah, that can be looked at as a sign of weakness. You know what I mean? That can definitely be looked at as a sign of weakness. But if you can man up, if you so much of a man, you can take care of your own kids and somebody else's kids when they not doing it, bro, that doesn't make you weak. If anything, that almost makes you kind of like more manly. You know what I mean? Like, damn, bro, like, nah, you like, yo, bro, like, you know how you could look at it? You could look at it like, oh, damn, this kid's in my vicinity. Anything in my vicinity gotta be moving correctly. You know what I mean? If this woman's gonna be my one and only, then everything involved with this woman gotta be up to my standards, up to par. So in order for me to guarantee that, I'm gonna take on this role as a father figure to this little homie, like to also better him, but to also like so he can bring that energy right back. You know what I mean? Like I'm so much of a great man that I can't allow this little man to be nothing but that. You know what I mean? So you could look at it like that too. You know what I mean? So hold on, man. Too much yip yapping, man. Don't forget to like the stream, y'all. Hit that bell, man. Let's rock.
Try to kick her and her mother out.
No. So me and our daughter, our 5-year-old daughter, went and got tested today. Okay. And it said, Oh, that was it. Okay. All right. So listen, let's check these comments out, y'all. All right. She never said she was sorry, and she's still trying to play the victim. I agree. You know what I mean? Now here's the thing with this man. If he does decide to stay, especially with a reaction like this, and with not to forget the reaction, the point blank period, the position that you're in right now warrants for you to walk away. Anything other than that, yes, you would be that weak man that you're talking about. All right. Excuse me. The real victims are the children. Yeah, of course. But the mother made the children a victim in this case because 5 years, it's like,
you're attached to that father figure. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna want to know what happened. And now this mother is exposing her kids to abandonment. You know what I mean? This is their first feeling of abandonment. And you guys know what happens, that travels with you along your life journey. You know what I mean? You got abandonment issues. You're going to react accordingly in other situations in your life. And I'm not saying that people can't get abandoned, but if you are going to get abandoned, that feeling should not come from your parents. You know what I mean? Let's see. No accountability. Definitely get out. Yeah. No, she got to go. I don't care who she paying what? Bruh, you know what? I don't know what's going on, man. We would have had to turn the camera off, and she would have had to have. We could have just. Yeah, nah. In this situation, you gotta call the police actually, because you don't want things to get spicy. She ain't trying to leave. The kids in the house. You already recording. Call the police and get them to get her out of there. You know what I mean? If she start claiming other stuff, though, listen, man, I don't know what's going on, man. You're going to have to put a restraining order on shorty or something. My son said he can't go crazy because the kid's asleep. Everybody in a 3-mile radius is getting up. That's exactly what I said. Like, you worried about nighttime, bro? What? Sleep time? Nah, bro. Y'all gonna have to get woken up for this one. I'm not understanding why she's not addressing the fact that the daughter isn't his. Talk about zero accountability. Sheesh. No apology. It's diabolical. But you know what, though? I can tell. Yeah. But yo, look at. Okay. You see how he's reacting? These are the type of men that would deal with that. Like, for instance, hey, follow me. All right. Follow me. I'm going somewhere. So the zero accountability and no apology or whatnot. But even with him saying, yo, I would wake the kids up, but they asleep. Even with him saying that shows a level of like sometimes you don't need to be nice. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's cool to be nice if you're a nice person, but sometimes in specific cases you gotta let your balls hang. You know what I mean? And so the fact that you're not letting that happen right here, right now, already shows me that she viewed you as a lick from jump. You know what I mean? You would be the type of person where she could do this and feel comfortable about it. And this shows because she's not even apologizing, not taking no accountability, gaslighting. And it's just like, hey, you know, he's being too calm right now. And it seems like, hey, these are the traits that I feel like, you know, these are the traits that I feel like would be conducive to somebody having this happen to him. I can't lie to you. Excuse me. I don't know, man. Your boy tummy a little bubbly, y'all. Hold on a second, man. All right, so we got that video. All right, where we at with the time, man? I can't see. I don't know who's. Yo, thank you guys for watching. If I don't see your comments, I'm still getting used to the scenario, to this software here. But you know, I still appreciate the viewership regardless. You know what I mean? So that was the second video. I really, really want that first video, man. You know what? I may have to download it in the background. I'll save it for last for the people who are gonna watch the full video. I'll save that struggle because if I gotta download it, I'll do it while I'm live, but I'll save it for the end. All right. That was gonna be the third video, but I do have a backup video lined up, as a matter of fact. So let me tell you guys something, man. Sometimes you need that person in your circle who's gonna hold it down and call it what it is. All right. If I pull up this window, look at this. I know y'all seen this video. All right. So what's happening here? Yo, you know what? I've been a pallbearer for too many funerals, to be honest with you. Too many funerals I've been a pallbearer. All right. And you know, that's when you in that type of a position. That's something that's sacred. You know what I mean? That's an honor. You know what I mean? To walk somebody who's transitioned, to walk them to their final physical resting place. That's the final honor somebody can give you. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you're taking on that role, you need to make sure that you and that person was in good standing. You need to make sure that you and that person had a rapport. And if you didn't have a rapport, then you shouldn't be in that position. All right. And this video is going to dictate someone who felt that. And he spoke up and said something about it. I know y'all seen this. This is funny, but it's not funny at the same damn time. Look at this, y'all.
Hold on. Man, wait. Who the fuck is him?
Hold on. We ain't doing that. That's his brother-in-law. Wait. Okay, he wasn't not standing.
One more time, y'all. One more time.
Hold on. Man, wait. Who the fuck is him?
Hold on. We ain't doing that.
Hey, listen. You see this person right here? That's the person who was originally, we'll go back into the video, but that's the person who was originally holding the casket. And you can see he's hurt right now. You know, it almost seemed like the person who the dude is pointing like, yo, who the F is this? It almost seems like he pushed this guy out the way so he can hold the casket, you know? And then when you hear in the background, that's the brother-in-law. It's just like, all right, like what does that mean? Like, how close were they really? You know what I mean? And here's the thing, you know, hey man, for the record, man, I only want my brothers holding me up. If you wasn't there for me, if I didn't really know you like that, bruh, trust me, they'll hold a weight. You know what I mean? And the boys are strong. You know what I mean? So and that's important. You know what I mean? Because it's sentimental. You know, you like you got to send them off right. And I think what probably happened is, you know, a lot of the time, but actually sometimes though, you know what's even more messed up? I've been a pallbearer at one of the funerals, bro. I've probably been a pallbearer at like 5 different funerals, but one of them was somebody who didn't have anybody. There was no men. She was like an older woman. Her family isn't from this country or whatever. I ended up going to the funeral and they needed men. They was literally like, yo, where, like, we don't have anybody. And I ended up holding it or whatever. But you know, that's also a sad thing too, where it's just like, you know, it's good to have, you know, people fighting to take you there. You know what I mean? But it's also bad when it's just like, damn man, like you don't have nobody at all. You know what I mean? They got to put you on one of them like wheelie things and bring you over there, you know? So you know, this is I feel like this was emotional, or like a really emotional thing, but I feel like he's still right. You know what I mean? Even though he said it like that, but I can give him a pass. You know what I mean? Because Lord knows I would want somebody to be like, hey, yo, nah, bro, move to the side. You're the brother-in-law? Like, nah, listen, we got real stand-up family here. You know what I mean? We got real brothers here. That was sandbox. You know what I mean? So that's important. You know what I mean? And I think that's real. All right. Let me check something real quick, y'all. I think it's time for me to look for that video, because that video is so... How long have I been on? Oh, it won't even show me. I don't know. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Yes, this is it. And then I have to zoom in like this, though. Okay. Listen, bro. Y'all need to see this. You're going to see why I want y'all to see this. Look at this.
And he keeps getting beer. This is the second time here today just to get a 6-pack of beer. Dude, Dad, it's not funny. Why can't you just buy a Lunchable? It's so easy. You don't watch me a Lunchable. It's so easy. I don't want candy so much. That's not even nice. You said we were going to quit beer so many times. Okay, fine. You said it 3 years ago. And you're getting here the second time today just to get beer again. Really? This is a beer program.
The last one.
Beer. No, it isn't. 2 days later, you're going to get 15 packs of beer in one day. It's not funny, Dad. You said you were going to quit beer. You said you were going to quit beer. Why are you... You need to stop with beer.
See why I wanted you to see that video? That was tough. And if I'm going to be honest with you, when I first saw the video, I didn't really understand the gravity of it. Like, it almost seemed like why don't you want your father to get a beer, until I realized that kid would only be reacting like that if it was a real problem in his household. And then when I heard I know you heard the I don't want candy for lunch. You know what I mean? Like Like the father's like, here, take some candy. He's like, nah, bro, I want some food. You know what I mean? Like you should never, that should, you know, like you can hear what's going on here, you know? And this is what gets me disgusted sometimes, man. There's a lot of kids who's just like, they're doomed from the start, man. There's a lot of kids where it's just like the monsters that they grow up into was created by the person who was supposed to keep the monsters away. You understand? And hearing and there was a comment actually, and because this isn't on Instagram, I can't pull up the comment, but I do remember most of it. There was a guy who commented. He said, you know, this is real. Like when I was younger, his mother was on drugs, and like he was like, he used to beg his mother like this to stop doing drugs, and like, you know, because the kids, they don't understand. It's just like, yo, like, don't you love me? Like, I want you to stop. And you know, when you get to a certain age, and this kid is probably at that age where they realize like, oh no, like this is a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's probably heard about alcoholism in some sort of capacity, and he probably clicked in his head like, yo, man, my dad, he gets all these beers, he tells me he won't, and he, you know, and so the kid's probably internalizing like, yo, bro, like my dad has a real alcohol problem right now, and it just sucks, man. But this is also love too, you know what I mean? Love from the kid, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you right now, if that little boy can't get him to stop, nothing will. You know what I mean? If that little boy can't get him to stop, nothing will. So he gotta find that within himself to be open to that. You know what I mean? Yo, hold on a second. Let's bring that back, man. Cause y'all gotta. Somebody need to see this, man. Somebody needs to see this video, straight up and down, man.
And he keeps getting beer. This is the second time here today just to get a 6-pack of beer. Dude.
Second time here today just to get a 6-pack of beer. I didn't hear that the first time. Second time here today to get a 6-pack of beer. 6-pack of beer times 2. That's like 12 beers. That's crazy.
Dad, it's not funny. Why can't you just buy a Lunchable? It's so easy. You don't understand a Lunchable. It's so easy. I don't want candy for lunch. That's not even lunch.
I don't want candy for lunch. That's not even lunch. That's not something a kid should be telling their parents, man. You know what I mean? Usually the kids are like, I want candy for lunch. But when you have so much irresponsible adults around you, your kid probably survival instincts would have to kick in. It's like, damn, nah, I'm hungry. I probably need something, you know?
You said we were going to quit beer so many times. Okay, fine. You said it 3 years ago. And you're getting in here the second time today.
3 years ago? The kid sounds like he's 3 already. That's tough. Well, see, I didn't even see that. Yo, look, man, that's crazy. 3 years. So this has been a struggle from the beginning. This kid sounds like he just learned how to talk. Damn, man. Yeah, and you know, this is what irks me, man. It's just like, y'all, it's like there's so many people who would be great parents but just can't have kids. But then you got people who are just like this. It's just like, damn, man, like this is tough right here, man. You know what I mean? I bet you if the mother sees this video, you ain't getting them on them weekends again, man. Hold on.
Just to get beer again. This is a beer program.
The last one.
Beer. No, it isn't. 2 days later, you can get 15 packs of beer in one day. It's not funny, Dad. You said you were going to quit beer. You said you were going to quit beer. Why are you... You need to stop with beer.
That's tough, man. We're gonna end on that note, man. That was tough. That was a tough one, man. Oh, okay. Let me get out of this. And listen, man. Okay, there we go. We're gonna end on that note. I appreciate all of you guys for tapping in. Let me see if I could find. I don't think I can find you guys, but I'll see you guys in the thing. Oh wait, I see. Oh, nobody's here. Nobody's here anyway. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I know you're going to catch me on the rebound. I know y'all going to catch me on the flip side, man. But anyways, you know the vibes. 32 minutes. Wait, no, that's not 30. I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been on here, but it's been long enough. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Keep on liking. Keep on subscribing, man. I'll be here more often. You heard? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure y'all hit that bell notification. And make sure y'all breathe easy, man. I'm out of here, man. That's all I got for y'all. Peace out.